Thomas, thanks very much for joining us this morning. You've recently taken over as real asset leader for Germany. Congratulations on that. Just tell me a little bit more about the role and also what your view at the moment is on the German market.
Yeah, the new role is we are combining the existing large real estate team in Germany, interdisciplinary team where we have our transaction business, consulting business, but also tax and legal advice as well as audit. Looking at the current situation where we are at COVID, of course, there is a lot of uncertainty around, but also a big need for support. Where will the different types of use move? What will be the future of office, the future of living, the future of retail? So many things we discuss with our clients, with investors, with other thought leadership initiatives in the market. And I think we are all, for Germany, more or less cautious, but see the light at the end of the tunnel. So we see that over the next months, the transaction markets will be slower, but we see some core plus deals are coming back. And helping the industry to transform and go through this crisis more or less together. I think that's my key target for the next year, of course, but also for the midterm. So a lot of things to do, a lot of interesting things to discuss with our clients, and a great team we already have on board.
The role before was obviously real estate leader, and that's moved to real assets. Are you seeing more demand from clients in terms of integrating some of those things around infrastructure and real estate?
Yeah, definitely. That's why we also want to combine this teams. We hear from a lot of investors, owners, that they are looking for stable cash flows, which are not linked to equities, not linked to bonds, and that's where we see that the correlation of real estate is pretty close to infrastructure, and the borders between what is 100% real estate and infrastructure is not pretty clear. And that's why we see, look, if you buy a data center portfolio with a network, is it now infrastructure or is it real estate? So that's where you can see that it makes a lot of sense to bring these forces together from an efficiency point of view, but also to bring, let's say, a broader investment opportunity base to the LPs, like the BlackRocks of the world. They already also call themselves real asset, or other larger private equity investors. They combine these teams to be able to deploy as much capital as possible in a risk return profile, which is what they are looking for. So that's one of the main reasons. And of course, internally, we also have a lot of synergies. If you think about real assets, touchable assets, and this long cash flow. So the mindset is more or less the same. You need to understand where the cash flow is coming from. Is it a regulated asset or non-regulated assets? You have to understand then the regulations behind that. And we are as a platform, pretty good at that, to combine this forces on a German base, but also as part of our global real asset and real estate network we have in place.
And in terms of the business priorities at the moment that you're seeing for the clients and also at PwC, what are the key things that you're focused on at the moment?
Yeah, we are currently, of course, focused on our core businesses and the services, as I said, but also, of course, we see that ESG is an upcoming thing where every investor and every key player in this industry has to focus on. And we are following this, and we're helping our clients already. We are not just talking about it, we are already doing and helping clients to find a real ESG strategy, as well as helping them to bring it into their processes, into their operations. As an example, if an investor wants to buy an asset now, there will be some more question around what is the ESG compliance and what is the level we have to achieve compared to our strategy we gave us. So that's something where we are currently heavily working on. And of course, as we all learned that digitalization is a big thing, and we talked about it for years now, but in fact, in real estate, especially, as well as in infrastructure, there has not so much happened in the past, because the market was great, the performance was great. So, but now there's a moment where we see that it's really important to do something and to focus on that, where we launched a PwC ecosystem for the real estate industries in Germany, which we also want to expand globally, where we work closely together with the large German investors as well as a lot of prop techs to bring this in an ecosystem together. And defining a market standard on data structures. That's something we are heavily working on, but also, of course, pushing our core businesses like deals and consulting and tax and legal forward. But all these things in context of a more ESG focused approach as well as digital approach.
Yes, we've seen ESG growing significantly, but also I think that implementation of prop tech and how that can really help drive businesses forward will be a really interesting thing to watch. Congratulations again, Thomas, and thanks very much for joining us.